Hey guys, welcome back to Klik. This is Im once again, and following up on our HTC coverage, I've got here an HTC 10 case called the HTC 10 Klik, or shall I say HTC Klik for HTC 10. However you want to say it, it's a Klik case, and it's pretty, I guess it's accurate for our channel. Fits in real nice, but it's a pretty cool case. It's almost like a Transformer style case, and I'll show you what I'm talking about. So let's get into it. Spoiler alert, I've had it open, I've been using it, so I'm going to not only give an unboxing, I'm going to give you my impressions and review of the case itself, and yeah, we'll take it from there. So I picked this up from HTC themselves. I looked on Amazon here in Canada, and the price was like astronomical. I think it was like $85 or something like that. But if you go to HTC, either US or Canada, and here in Canada it was $59, but the bastards charged me shipping, which sucked. So HTC, not a good look there. Maybe in the US you guys have free shipping, or it might be cheaper, or maybe Amazon carries it, but that's up to you guys to find it. But it's the HTC Klik with a K-L-I-K is the spelling, okay? So packaging, we've got HTC Customize, Enhance, Transform. Okay, it's the Ice View meets modular case customizability, kickstand included. Okay, and this is for the HTC 10. Okay, this is kind of reminiscent of what we're going to get from the case, kind of cool. Nothing on this side. On the back, okay, we've got a few pictures of what we're going to be looking at here. That's the front of the case, that's the back, and that's that little stand that we're talking about. Okay, just a bunch of writing here. It just says modular, clickable design, access calls, messages, camera, music, alarms, and whatnot. So I'll show you all that stuff. So if you want to read it, pause it and have a look. There you go. And let's get into it. So I've already cut this open. As I said, I was using it. So let's get the case out. Build on the case is really nice for a plastic case. It is plastic, so don't expect anything premium, but the build is good. It feels good. Okay, you do get a pretty hefty starting guide, but I never even looked at this. Okay, but it does give you information on, how to launch shortcuts, like in terms of camera, how to wake your phone, and how to set up the modularity part. If you do need to read it, you can. Okay, so have a read if you want. For me, I'm way too good for that. Laugh out loud. Okay, so let's get this out. Nothing else in the packaging, guys. Just all box. So here is the case, okay? So really soft touch plastic in the front here. Got really nice HTC branding in the corner. This is metal, or probably a magnet hidden in there for the use, but looks really nice. It's got the chamfered edges to match the phone. Okay, cut out here for the top speaker as well as your earpiece. Okay, on this side here you've got your volume up and down, and your power also textured, which is kind of nice because most cases they aren't. So you lose that texture in other cases. This one you don't. Okay, on the bottom it's all open, so you can run into scratches here if you've got the black carbon, so keep an eye out for that. Still doesn't explain how I got a scratch all the way up in here on mine. No idea. But anyway, so there's your opening there. On this side is the flap for the Ice View flip. Okay, and on the back, this is going to be your stand. You've got your cutout for your laser autofocus and your dual tone LED flash camera, and you can see the mic cutout at the very top. On the top here you've got all open, as well as a little cutout here for your headphone. So let's get the phone out, throw it in here, and I'll show you what the initial look looks like and the modularity. Then we'll turn it on and I'll show you what the Ice View part looks like, okay? Okay guys, OCD is kicking in, so hold on here. I really got to grab a microfiber cloth for this new setup so that I can clean this stuff up. Okay, pretty easy to go in. Left side first. Okay, click, click. There we go. And there we have it. Okay, so you can see the cutouts are pretty precise. They look really nice. On the bottom, you've got your cutouts for all of your ports, your speakers, your mic. Nothing on this side. On the back, it all lines up great, looks good. And on the top, same thing there. And your volume and whatnot, a little harder to press, but I'm figuring that that's going to be, you know, softened up over time if you're going to use this as a daily case. So guys, the stand portion of this particular case here, you just pop this out and you can turn it around and stand it up, okay, which is wicked. So if you're watching a movie or watching YouTube, you can do that, no problem. And you're probably thinking, geez, this thing would be in the way if you're doing that. Yeah, well, you know what? No, not really. So if you flip it back over, you flip this out, and you just, all you gotta do is pop it off. As you can see here, okay, you've got little buttons that go into the holes that are on the back of the case. Okay, so if you don't feel like using the ice view portion of the case, you just set it off to the side. And if you're watching a movie, move it off to the side, and bam, there you go. Looks insane. Okay, and you know, it's pretty sturdy, like there's no issues. You can move it around and set it up wherever you want. That's where I've put it, where I feel it was the most stable for my phone or wherever I use it. Okay, and if you don't want the case, the stand itself, you just pop that off too, and then you have a really slim, nice looking perforated, you know, case. Feels great in the hand. Okay, on the case itself, you've got here designed by HTC, and that's it. So there's no lay on the table without that the actual flip part. So keep that in mind, guys. If you put it on your on the face, or if it falls, it's going to be an issue. The only downside I've noticed with this case in terms of cons is a couple times it has popped out in this corner kind of quickly. Like, it's very simple, like very easy to just kind of like, there. See, can you hear it? So there, like it just slides out. So, you know, a couple times come pulling it out of my pocket, I've felt it, you know, it has already unclipped itself, but it has never actually fallen out of the case. So no issues on that side. The other thing is all the dust and shit's going to get inside these holes, okay, and can cause scratches. I haven't had any scratches per se, but I have had a lot of dust in. I've had to remove it and wipe it down every couple of days just to make sure that it stays clean. So just another thing to keep in mind, if you're not one to have a lot of maintenance on your phones, then this is something you need to consider. The case is kind of blue in color, okay, it's not exactly gray. Let's flip this over here. So it looks fine, but it's not a pure black or it's not a pure gray. It's like a bluish color. So if you're okay with that, you know, there's something else to notice. So let's put the all the accessories back on and go over the ice view portion. Okay, there we go. Let's turn this on, and I can transform this back into the regular Klik version. Okay, so now I want to do this real time so you guys can see how difficult or easy it is. You're just going to line up the holes, and you're going to hear it all click in. Okay, it's pretty simple. And as for this, same thing. Okay, we're going to just put this probably around here, right around, whoops, sorry guys, I'm trying to do this from behind the camera. Clips right in and just locks in place. Okay, you can flip this around, stand it this way, which way you want to do it. That's the way I use it the most. That's the way I've got it set up. Okay, so I'm just going to pull back and get into the phone. Okay guys, so here we have it. So I know it says you can double tap to wake, but you really got to double tap. Like, it's not like a light double tap. Okay, so it gives you the weather. Any notifications will pop up here. You can see the seconds hand moving, time and date, and there's an alarm set. Oh, sorry, not alarm set, it's just a date. My apologies. It says 10:34 p.m. and we're in the evening here. Okay, your notifications pop up down at the bottom. Okay, and you can see this came on as I slid my hand down. Okay, you can take pictures. So if I want to take a picture of my Batman phone, there you go. Okay, now you can also view, when you open it up, you can view your picture from inside here, just as so. Okay, the camera on here, guys, is pretty serious. So in comparison to a lot of other phones, you know, it's pretty good. So no complaints on that front. Now, they're in the menus. You do have your ice view options. Let me try and see if I can find them. No, not in the settings. My apologies. It's its own app. So there it is, ice view. Okay, and it pops up once you install the case. Okay, so it gives you options like use the ice view, How long do you want the ice view to time out? Okay, let me just turn this on so you guys can see it. You want to, what kind of apps do you want to manage for notifications? You want to show call history. See here, we can open the camera with this screen is off. So pick up your phone and swipe down twice to open the camera. Okay, and then you can also open the camera from the ice view home, so when the clock is running, and we did that just now. So when the view home is on, swipe down once to open the camera, which is why it turned on. Okay, so a bunch of options here for ice view. So I just wanted to show you the one where if it was off. So if you swipe down twice, there we go. Okay, and it's come on. It doesn't always work, I'll be honest with you. It's hit and miss because if there's a little bit of air between the case and the screen, it doesn't recognize it. Same with the ice view when it's actually on. So for example, like the double tap, like you really got to tap it for it to come on. Okay, so I'm not sure why it's going into, yeah, it's double tapping into the camera. I think I know what that is. That's a Nova issue. So my apologies for that, guys. But if you have the ice view on, I can turn it on there. If you swipe down, your camera comes on. But see the delay? I mean, it's the delay in that's really not something that'd be, you know, like you could probably just open the camera up and take your shot without having to do the fancy gesture. Like it's just not, I don't find all that practical. I don't really use it, to be honest. Okay, but other than that, I think it's a great case. All right, I think it's awesome. I think it's a little expensive on the cost side. For $59 plus shipping, we were in for like almost $70 by the time we had it shipped here in Canada. So whether that's worth it to you, I don't know. It is definitely a unique case. It's like all-in-one. Normally I'd find a flip case, I'd find a stand case, I'd find a thin case, and here I got everything in one. So, you know, something to consider in that side too. All right, so if you have any questions, any comments, let me know. If you want me to try different things out with this case, I'll be happy to do that too. There will be a link in the description from HTC Canada if you want to check that out. But otherwise, you'll have to go to your respective country stores for that, or Amazon, and see if it's there. All right, guys. So it's been a great unboxing and review of the HTC Klik case by Klik. And yeah, I'm out. This is him. Peace.